Hey everybody, it's Mike. With the new semester starting up here in a few weeks, I just wanted to share a message with the students. I really want to help you be successful this year to grab your, take control of your future by taking advantage of the college experience to set yourself up for a career. I know a lot of people have heard me say, I used to ask people, what do you want to be when you grow up? And that's not the right question to ask. I've realized, I think the best question to ask you is, what's the lifestyle you want to have when you grow up? What do you want to do upon graduation? And I hope your answer isn't go back for more schooling. I hope that you figure this out in your undergrad so that you can get into the workforce, possibly have an employer pay for your continuing education, unless it's absolutely required that you have a master's degree for an entry-level job. But I think the best thing you can do is get in the workforce and gain some experience. So the first thing I'm going to cover are 5 things that I think all incoming freshmen definitely have to take advantage of, and then I'll talk a little bit more to the broader audience of all college students. But if you're a freshman starting this year, there's 5 things that I think are very important for you to put some extra effort into. The first is first-year seminars or freshman orientation courses, where you can get acclimated to the college campus, the resources that are there that are available to you, because there's so many tools that are available for you as a student, but they're not going to be promoted. They're not going to come knocking on your door saying, hi Jane, hi Joe, you want to come and get some help? There might be a little flyer that goes out or an email that comes out once or twice a year, but it's up to you to be aware of what's available for you and to proactively go seek that out and take advantage. I can't tell you how much that helped me in my undergrad experience to find the career services office, to find professors that would mentor me and kind of shorten the learning curve. And when I graduated, I was ready for a job. I had multiple job offers. And bear in mind that I chose a degree program that was tied to a teacher certification. And you'll hear me talk a lot about certification programs and degrees tied to licenses and not doing general studies type of programs, because they don't qualify you for anything. And it's an unfortunate truth that you need to hear, so you choose a degree program that can lead you to a job and a career upon graduation. The second is common intellectual experiences, which is kind of tied into learning communities. So this means find yourself a group of people that are also very serious about school and learn together, learn through osmosis, sitting in a group, sharing opinions, kicking ideas back and forth. Working in a group setting is going to be great for you, because collaboration is a soft skill that you're going to need when you graduate. And I'll tell you, from the employer side, there's a huge disconnect. There's so many kids that graduate and haven't really been taught how to collaborate and work as a member of a group. And even more importantly is going to be that you use technology to do this, because you may end up in a job where you work with a dispersed team that's national or global, and you're going to be required to establish the same trust and level of communication without sitting in the same room with people. So if you're going to use video conferencing, or there's tools like Slack or your instant messaging, but don't just sit behind an email and hide, because that's a big problem in business, and there's a lot of miscommunication that happens as a result of that. So I've bunched 2 together, and that was learning communities and common intellectual experiences. The 4th and the 5th are undergraduate research. So if you can set yourself up in your program, a professor, to work on a project that you're passionate about, get involved, get a professor to take you under their wing and create a project that's meaningful to you, to invest some time in. Instead of just another class assignment, you can choose your assignment, and you can exceed expectations, and you can have something in your portfolio upon graduation. And the 5th is diversity and global learning. So whether you're going to do a study abroad, or you're just going to work with the international students that are on your campus to help you get a better global perspective, I can't tell you enough about how much you can learn from people who aren't like you, who see more opportunity in the college experience than you may. You may think, oh, this is just the next step in my career ladder. Some of these kids are coming over here. I'll tell you, I spend time on the college campus in the summer. The majority of the students I see are international students that are working all summer long. They're taking 3, 6, 9, 12 credits over the summer. Well, you may be partying at Woodlawn Beach, right? So I'm just saying, take education serious, learn from these other kids, learn what their economies look like, what their cultures find acceptable, and it's going to help you from a diversity perspective when you work in a multicultural workforce. If you're not a freshman, there's a few other things I'm just going to talk about, like student leadership opportunities. So go to your Student life, student office, maybe you hook up with a Greek organization, you hook up with the student newspaper or some other student organization, commuter students, international students, align with some people that are like you and share the experience together. You could look at things like being an RA, a residence assistant, or a teacher's assistant. If you want to work in a classroom and get some classroom experience from the teacher side. If you want to be a mentor and have some responsibility over your peers, you could be a residence assistant working in the residence hall, which could also pay for your cost of living. They'll give you free room and board in exchange for your work as an RA. Or on a sports team. If you're an athlete, try to take on a leadership role within the sports team, take on additional responsibilities that will build your resume. It will get people who can write references for you, and it may ultimately lead to someone in your network that helps you get a job upon graduation. Experiential learning. So I talk a lot with a lot of students about get in the field, get out of the classroom, get in the real world, see what they do. And that starts with informational interviews and talking to people. Then you job shadow a few people that have positions that you may think you're interested in, which leads to volunteer work and internships, unpaid and paid internships. If you want to get strategic, I was able to turn elective credits into independent studies where I worked on projects and took on additional internships for course credit so that I was doubling down on the amount of experience I got during my college experience. And that was more than my colleagues were doing. And ultimately, what did that do? It led me to a job upon graduation twice, including a career transition where some people went straight through for master's degrees. I went out and worked. I came in, I got a degree. They already had experience at a college university level, and I doubled down on internships, and I got hired at my university of choice, which was the University of Buffalo at the time. And the last two things I'll talk about, again, this goes along finding what resources are available on the campus. There's a lot of people, professors, academic advisors, career counselors that are willing to give you advice. They're willing to coach you and help you find your way, but you have to show the initiative. They're not going to go out of their way to bend over backwards for every student, because most of them waste their time and don't take advantage. But if you're a student that takes an authentic interest in your own success, and you're willing to seek out mentors and get the most out of your academic advisor besides just filling up your schedule, and I coach advisors and counselors to help them do a better job with you, but your career services department on writing resumes and interviews and mock interviews, they'll take you through a number of activities that you don't need someone like me to teach you, because those resources are available on the college campus for you today. You just have to be proactive enough to walk in the door and say, hey, I want some help. Can I talk to a counselor? Can I talk to my advisor more than once a semester? Does a teacher have open office hours? Pop in and see them. Establish relationships with people. You're going to need to do this in the working world. If you start to do it at the college level, you're going to master soft skills and communication and collaboration and building a network around you that will support you to achieve your goals. It's very hard to do alone, but if you seek out the people that have your best interest at heart, because you show the effort, you care about yourself, there's so many doors that can open for you and make this a whole lot easier. So I wish you all success in your fall semester here. I encourage you to check out CollegeCPR.com, to follow me on YouTube. There's a lot of videos, there's a lot of content that I push out that can just help you make more informed decisions. If you want some individual coaching, if you want to join a group coaching workshop, or if you're a teacher, an advisor, or a counselor that's happening to catch wind of this video, I'd love to provide train-the-trainer programs for you to help you better meet your student body needs. I wish everybody success. I always say my goal is to help you achieve yours. Be authentic. Be interested in your own success. There's people like me that are willing and available to help you. I look forward to talking to you again. I hope you'll follow me and subscribe on my website at CollegeCPR. Have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you soon. Good luck this year.